really want to do this. It was requested by many people, and I just can't let the people down. So if we're gonna take this on, we're gonna do our very best.
I've not actually got this Starbucks drinks, but someone actually requested it on one of my comment sections, so I just have to like make a reaction and get the right video for Starbucks drinks and how to make it yourself right there at home, the better way and the best way, cheaper and most let's say most flavored style right there in America, wherever. If you also want to drop a request on my channel, just go into the comment section below and tell me which country you're watching from and then your kind of food. I'm going to get you the right videos to that specific kind of food you want in less than 24 hours, guys. So that's why you have to thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel.
Okay, so we're doing Starbucks drinks, but better. Now, before anyone asks about the pumpkin spice latte, because it's just a reoccurring thing every year, I don't know how people are not tired of it yet. All I have to say is this. It's not always about the pumpkin spice latte. I really want to focus on the frappuccino here, because this is something that, for some reason, a lot of people have a lot of difficulty making. It separates, it melts instantly. There's a secret to it. Some people know, some people don't. Most people don't. And then, of course, we're going to go through a couple other things, like how to make nitro cold brew, and then the stupid pink drink, which I'm still against it, and I'm staying against it, but I'll make it for you. We've been in line for 10 minutes and
okay,
it's
so
worse than like pulling
if you
nails
went
out
to
of
a store to
We've got
get
2 fraps. This disgust. I can't imagine. The sugar is awful, so we can do. You could go with a local small batch producer, or you could go as far as I did and roast your own. Yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be using this Gene Cafe roaster, but there are also $30 stovetop roasters that you can get on Amazon too. Link in the description for all day. Now for this guy, I loaded it up with 8 ounces of green coffee beans. These are Nicaraguan and ethically sourced. Set the roasting temp to 455 Fahrenheit or 235 Celsius. Turn that bad boy on and let it roast for about 15 to 18 minutes. I actually typically prefer to go by color. I want a medium roast, so I set it to cool down mode just slightly before it reached medium, because the carryover heat is gonna force it to coast just to the color that I want. Then bada bing, bada boom, I'm crazy because I bought a coffee roaster just to flex on Starbucks. Oh, P.S. It's better to let these beans rest for about 3 to 5 days before using them. Anyway, so once you've got good beans, let's talk salted caramel frappuccino. Unfortunately, for me. Now to make the caramel, combine 1 cup or 125 grams of granulated sugar and a 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of water. Mix that together, turn the heat to medium-high, and bring that to a boil. Now just let that guy cook for about 8 to 12 minutes or until it turns a deep amber color like this. Be careful not to let it burn because it will happen quickly. Now immediately whisk in 5 tablespoons or 70 grams of butter, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of kosher salt, the beans from 1 vanilla bean pod. Keep continuously whisking until everything is combined and emulsified. That means no hot butter lying on top, right? Papa will be very sad. Now turn off the heat, stream and whisk in 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of heavy whipping cream until thoroughly combined. Oh, and don't forget to splash TJ with searing hot caramel on accident. Yeah, that really helps lift the flavor. Then just pour this guy into a heat-proof container to cool. It'll be pretty loose for now, but as it cools, it will reach the perfect viscosity. Who doesn't like that word, right? It's just like a nasty word. Viscosity. Next, we're going to make ourselves a very simple syrup by combining equal parts of water and sugar. That's 1 cup and 1 cup. Place it over medium heat, whisking continuously just until dissolved, then let it cool completely. Okay, so when it comes to blending a frappuccino, it usually clumps up and you get this sort of like yucky, poopy mess. Thanks to you guys, I got a bunch of great DMs from people who've worked at Starbucks suggesting that it needs an emulsifier to avoid that. Simply put, you're going to need xanthan gum. Link in the description for that as well. But most grocery stores also carry it. If you're going to make a lot of fraps, then go ahead and place your simple syrup in a blender, start blending, and stream in exactly 6 grams of xanthan gum. You'll get sort of a suggestive looking jelly. Otherwise, you can add a tiny sprinkle of xanthan while blending to achieve the same results. One last thing, they usually use cold brew, which obviously you can make yourself with little to no equipment, but I actually opted for espresso for more depth of flavor, and you can use an espresso machine like mine, or you could use something cheaper like a mocha pot. Now, we're ready to blend this little feller. In a blender, add 2 cups or 280 grams of ice, 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of good espresso or cold brew concentrate, 3/4 of a cup or 180 milliliters of whole milk, or any non-dairy milk if you're one of those people that gets all farty from milk. It's okay, I think I do too, it's fine. 3 tablespoons of your caramel sauce, and a 1/4 cup of your xanthan simple paste stuff. Then just let that blender rip and blend until nice and smooth. Again, if you don't want to make the xanthan simple, you could just add about a 1/2 teaspoon of pure xanthan while blending. Then just get yourself a glass, coat the walls with caramel, try to make yourself a nice little pattern. Then pour in your frap, leave about 1 inch of headspace. Then top it with a nice whipped cream, and finish off the top of that whipped cream with a nice classy drizzle of your salty vanilla bean caramel. It's already looking and sounding a lot better than its Starbucks counterpart, but let's see how the taste test goes. Okay, so we have the Starbucks stupid fleeping piece of shit Frappuccino. Try this one. Holy fleep. We've got one that actually tastes like coffee. It's not overly sweet. If you were to taste these back to back, you would understand what I'm trying to get at. It actually has that rich salted caramel. It's got deep coffee espresso flavor. This is delicious, and I do think that we've won.
I'm sorry, I did.
We need a taste tester, and I need to get new straws. A little backstory. Vikram does not like coffee. Here it is. And here's the second one.
Alright, I will say the second one is a lot better. Like,
the winner is...
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So we needed a coffee drinker in here to really have the side-by-side of a coffee drinker versus a non-coffee drinker. This one. Number dos.
I'm gonna guess that yours was the first one because it was way better.
When we do but betters, it's always like you've got the In-N-Outs and you've got the Burger Kings and like we use techniques to make them better. I don't want to recreate this. My idea of making this better would be making something that is not this, but actually coffee, because that is the whole point.
And to be fair, I used to work at Starbucks. These are made with 5% coffee.
Oh, shit! Next up is something I was forced to do by you guys, which is the big trick and is also sickeningly simple. Get yourself 1 cup or 240 milliliters of hot water, dunk it in a hibiscus tea bag and an acai tea bag. Before anybody complains, I tried using pure acai powder and whole hibiscus, and it was way too dark to achieve the proper color. Secondarily, I was not a fan of this whole process, and I will never be doing this again. Okay, Papa, just do this for you once. Anyway, once that's steeped for about 3 to 5 minutes, finally, pour that over ice, top with a generous splash of coconut milk, stir together, and garnish with fresh strawberries. Now, hopefully this tastes better than it looks, so let's give that a little whirl. I didn't even want to do the pink. Before we get demonetized, let's taste this. Oh. I still don't like it. I get it. It's like a fruity, slightly creamy. Just gotta drink this. Woo. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. That's the problem. I can't recreate something that's not real. I'll just let Starbucks have this one because I just hate this so much.
Someone has to just like
Starbucks, you can have this one. Please take the trophy because I don't want it. Now, to recover from the sadness of the pink drink, I figured we'd do one last little thing, which is a little trick to make homemade nitro cold brew. Simply get 250 milliliters of your favorite cold brew. Optionally, mix in about 12 milliliters of maple syrup. Pour it into an ISI canister, link in the description, pop on the lid, twist on a fresh whippet, let that sit and aerate for about 3. Okay, so we've got nitro cold brew. At the end of the day, well, let me sip it first. Oh yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, this is still actually shockingly carbonated. I didn't know that the whippet method works so well. It's ultra smooth, it's a little sweet. It's like a lightly carbonated beer, but instead of getting all silly, you get energy. Nitro cold brew is only as good as the cold brew that's put in it. I can drink Starbucks' cold brew. It's just extraordinarily flat and bitter. In comparison to this, which is smooth, rich, sweet, but anyway, we win this one for sure. Vikram brought up a good point, actually. He's gonna know which one he's sipping on, which is why we created
shout out to that person. Before we get to that. Alright, so shout out to that person who actually asked me to, make a video, bring the right video for a competitive way to create Starbucks drinks, at home, the better way, and so I just got through to Joshua Weissman's channel, and luckily for me I just got the video. So you can just go into the comment section below also and then drop me a request, tell me which country you're watching this video from, and then your kind of food you think I'm missing on this channel. Alright, so I'm going to bring you the right video to that food in less than 24 hours, guys. So
I mean, they both taste good. The
they
first
should.
one was really sweet.